Yo, what's going on, folks? ELTheGeek back once again, this time with an impressions video for Dragon's Crown. I will say that I'm playing on the PlayStation Vita. Now, some of the things that I'm going to talk about are going to be PlayStation Vita specific, so just keep that in mind that some of these things aren't going to apply to the PS3 version, and, so... and some of the things I talk about for the Vita version aren't going to necessarily be true for the PlayStation 3 version, so... so let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, one thing I will address early, because I made a comment about it on one of my playthrough videos, as far as the frame rate goes, at first I hadn't seen it, but when I put 4 characters in and they started like loading up, there is some kind of a frame rate drop, but I found it very playable still. I mean, I'm still able to do what I'm doing. I don't think it takes away from the game much where you should be like, I'm not gonna buy it, but you'll probably see it in this video at some point. That's why I've chosen these 4 characters, which are very high level. And yes, but that's another thing that I'll talk about in this game, as far as, you know, bringing characters along and your friends. But the online mode, so the online mode is another thing that drives this game. So you can see it here. I can go begin online, begin ad hoc, or return to town. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to not do anything. I'm just going to leave that there. But I will tell you that that window for the PlayStation Vita, well, for both games, is even more so for the PlayStation Vita, is hidden behind the first 9 levels. Now, on the PlayStation 3 version, if you have another person that's in your house with with another PS3, you can do local ad hoc, and you can connect with each other and play that way. But for the Vita version, you have to go through the first 9 missions before you have access to that. So if you have friends that have a Vita, the only way you're going to be able to get online with each other is if you both finish the first 9 missions. I don't really feel that's punishing. I feel it's just, you know, due process, whichever. Get it done, learn your character, and when you go on, it kind of makes it a little bit more fun. You know, you feel like you really unlock something where you can go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and pick a quest right now. Stop standing here and actually get the game going. Now, there are 6 characters in this game, and one thing I love is that it's easy to pick up these characters and just play them. It's easy to just sit here and just mash buttons like I'm doing right now with the wizard, and, you know, just willy-nilly and not really caring. But it takes a lot more to be effective in this game, and that is exactly why I love it. I mean, you can go into this game, mash buttons, mash your circles, mash your squares, and, you know, you're gonna get results. When you get to the higher difficulties, it's not gonna fly. You know, and being someone that's grown up on coin-op games and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and, you know, Golden Axe and X-Men games, Streets of Rage, you know, all these games that really were appealing to me, especially as a kid, it's like taking all those games and adding things to them that I love, different varying levels of progression. A skill tree. I mean, really, you can play it's basically, you can play your character and cater it directly to how you want to play. You know, the max level is 99, so you have a ton of say-so of how your character is. You know, and that's something that's also pretty cool, especially being the fact that I love gear grinds, which this game definitely is, and I love repetition. I love going back and trying to get that higher score, and, you know, some of those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, I used to do that all the time, but whatever.
Which path will you take?
Let's see. I'm gonna stay on the A path because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But yeah, so as far as the level goes and the how long the story is, you can. I beat the first part of the story in the first 9 missions. I think I beat those in like 4 hours. But once you finish that, you know, and once you finish those 9 missions, you're able to take that character online. Now, I do specifically say that character because a lot of people might be under the impression that once you finish those 9 missions on any character, you'll be able to take all characters online. No, 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 no. The ad hoc mode is unlocked. Like, all the progression in this game is based off of the character that you play. So if you're only going to play the wizard, you're only going to play the Amazon, it's not really going to bother you. But if you are someone that wants to pick up all the characters and do, you know, play with different people, then it's something that you're really going to have to pay attention to, because you're going to be running through the first 9 quests continuously. The only difference is that unless you're a person that wants to keep that same difficulty, I mean, you can pick up the characters that you grab in the higher difficulties and take them in with you, just like I have here. There's a level 40 and a 42, 48, and we're just wrecking stuff. So, and these bones right there, you can take those back and you can turn those guys into players that you can bring with you. There we go. Now, that was me trying to force the frame rate to mess up a little bit. There was something small, but like I said, for me it's still playable, and I'm playing while looking at the screen and not looking at my Vita. Okay. Yes. Now, another thing that I really like about this game is
They were being duplicitous. It was all a ruse.
now the narrator. I find the narrator enjoyable. He's not like, you know, in some games it's like, you have to listen to him or blah blah blah, and they just get annoying and boring after a while. I think the narrator does a good point of not really being in the way, but just telling a story and getting out of the way and letting you just experience it. It's more of like a matter-of-fact type of thing, as opposed to, you know, feeling like it's necessarily always on rails, even though it technically is to an extent. Let me get those bones. Get out of my way. Let me get those bones. And open up this chest. Sweet. Oh, shoot. Freaking bomb. So, yeah, that's something that's awesome to me. Now, one thing that I think that this game does better on the Vita than it does, come on, let me go, than it does on the PlayStation 3. On the PlayStation 3 version, you have to use the right thumbstick, just as I can do here, to maneuver the hand. So, like, let's say you see those little squares here. If I want to do that, I have to do that and then press the left trigger, which kind of, in my opinion, takes away from some of the game. On the Vita version, I can just tap the screen and not really, you know, mess up what I'm doing at the point in time, and it just feels a little bit more natural. It feels that mechanic is oh crap, we're getting wrecked. It just feels like that part of the game is a little bit more honed in for Vita players, but if you're a PlayStation 3 player, it doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, take away. It's just something that me, being a Vita biased person, finds a little bit more fun and, yeah, a little bit more of a pleasant thing into the game. Now let's get to the fun part. Do I think you should buy this game? I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. Why? Because I personally do think this game is worth your money. I mean, if you played games like Muramasa or Odin Sphere, I mean, you definitely know that Vanillaware's ideas with, you know, just great quality games, especially with Muramasa Rebirth. That is one of the best looking games on the Vita. And this game, I will say, my favorite game on the Vita is Gravity Rush. You know, like, original game is Gravity Rush. and this is really trying to take me away from that. Being that I'm a person that loves gear grinds, loves RPG aspects, and skill trees, and doing different things to master the character and make myself better, make myself more beneficial to who I'm playing with. These things appeal to me a lot. Oh dang, I'm dying. Yeah, these are things that I can just sit and play this game all day, even though it is a rehash of stages. I mean, if you're someone that plays Monster Hunter, you're pretty accustomed to things like this, which is what I really enjoy and I really get down with. But yeah, I think this game, whether it be on PS3, PS Vita, it's definitely a game that you should give a try, just for the simple fact that it's so amazing. It's so deep. It's one of those games where you can get in and totally not know what you're doing, and you can enjoy yourself. But once you get to the higher levels of it, it's like, okay, now we need to really buckle down and start paying attention to what we're doing. There's so many different things that are on top of the game, having to repair, having to manage, having to know which spells you need to bring for this stage, for this boss, that add so much to it. And holy crap, I'm dying. Just the different varying levels that you can't just bring all the same characters in. You have to hope that what you're doing is good, and you have to hope that who you're playing with at higher levels, people actually know their job. Because if they don't, you will get your face rolled. I will say that over and over again. Now, is this game worth buying on the PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation 3? Now, me personally, being someone that enjoys the game a little bit more on the PlayStation Vita than I do on the PlayStation 3, I would definitely say, for me, I only need it for one. I have friends that I could play with on the PS3, but it's like, hey man, you just get the Vita version and play with me, because I love being able to take this game on the go. I love being able to have quests and do them here. But then again, I also love oh shoot, character's gonna die. I also love playing at home, but I just think, like I said, I just still think it's a little bit more my type of game for a Vita. For the Vita, shall I say. Oh, crap. Give me. Bring out the genie and let him do what he does. Come on, kill him. Okay, good. We got them all. But yes, like I was saying, this game is $39.99, $49.99 for the PS3. It is definitely worth every single cent. Whether you get both copies is solely based on you. Me, I only think, I think if you're a Vita player and you don't really have many people to play with on PS3, you might as well just get the game on Vita and enjoy it and jump on and do what you have to do. If something like not being able to play local with your friends right off the bat is something that bothers you, I would probably say go with the PS3 version. But if you have the Vita, get that Vita version as well, just because of the fact that I think that's me biased, the biased side of me saying that this is the way that this game just really pops off the screen. I mean, even looking at the screen, it's these graphics. You have to see them on your own instead of seeing it on my videos. But yeah, I really don't want to go on. I can go on forever about this game, and I'm not going to give it a rating. I'm not going to give it a score. I'm not going to give it anything like that. I'm just going to say that I love this game. It's everything I've always wanted in a button mashing beat 'em up. There's depth to it that I can sit here and sink days on end and still not get tired of it. There's so much more to be found, and I've already played about 8 hours into the game. So from ELTheGeek, I think this game is a definite buy. So enjoy, take care, and have fun.